everyone. Welcome to the RoofersCoffeeShop.ca soundstage here at the Canadian Roofing Expo. I have our friend Seth from ABC Supply here, and we're here in Toronto talking about roofing.
We certainly are.
So can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your role at ABC?
You bet. Yeah, Megan, great to meet you. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, likewise.
So my name is Seth Harkis. I'm with ABC Supply. Newly entered into Canada with ABC Supply in the last couple of years here. So it's amazing how fast it goes, truly. Lots of changes, and we know how different the Canadian market is versus where we're home based in the US.
Yes.
But myself, I've been in the industry for just over 20 years now,
Wow.
which is hard to believe. I've been doing the math there last night. But I've worked in Eastern Canada and Western Canada for many, many years in several different cities across many different markets in siding, roofing, low slope. So I've been able to have a really good understanding, kind of a well-rounded, really understanding of the industries and the market, the challenges that we face, and all that sort of thing. You bet.
That's good. That's really good to have in someone that's helping these roofing contractors also expand within the different markets as well, East, West, going into the US, having someone like you to help them with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just more so in really understanding and the perspectives that they bring to the table as opposed to exclusively distributor oriented, right?
Right.
For sure.
So how's the show been? What's the response you're getting?
The show's been great. It's amazing how, regardless of whether if it was in Eastern Canada or Western Canada, a lot of the same players, a lot of the same people, and a lot of the same contractors, you do end up, still seeing. It's one thing about this industry I really recognize is how invested and involved the people tend to be. Our vendors and contractors and everybody really get involved with local associations, these trade shows and things like that. It's great.
Yeah, it's so fun. I did a podcast earlier with Jay Campbell, who's a past chair of the CRCA, and we were just talking about the importance of these associations provincially and nationally. So I totally agree with you. So here at the CRE show, what products or initiatives are you trying to get in front of this Ontario Eastern Canada market?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that we try to promote is our people. Ultimately, they're the lifeblood of our business. They are what determines whether we are successful or adding value to our contractor base, because we do truly fundamentally believe that if we take good care of our people, they're going to take good care of our contractors. So, and we have a really great group here. Very excited to be able to go to these trade shows with these folks and and show them off to the world, because and they're very excited about it too.
I love it. So is the crew that you brought today, are they all Ontario based, or did people come in from all over?
Well, we've got, we've got people from BC and from Alberta, and then a whole group of them out here from Ontario as well, just is easier to access for sure. But we're from all over the place, and we'll typically go to wherever these events are, for sure.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Okay, so any big updates you wish to share to the people out there in live stream land and the Canadian market?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing I really want to get across is how, although ABC is a US-based company,
right,
that we are truly very invested in Canada and our Canadian associates and our local communities in Canada. This is a long play for ABC.
Yeah.
So unwaveringly, we are investing in the markets, in our branches, and elevating the station of our fleets, and we'll be expanding continuously through Canada. It's something that all the way through the organization we're very excited about.
Yeah. That's just so great to hear, and that's kind of a theme I've heard from yesterday and today at the show, is really these US-based companies wanting to solidify that relationship and really uplift the Canadian market, and that's just great to hear.
You bet,
it's
absolutely.
Really great to hear. Okay, what are you hearing overall at the show? Trends? What are people talking about? What's the buzz?
I think there's, nobody's a stranger to the uncertainty that's somewhat hovering over the economy and our markets and how it reflects on our industry.
Yep.
And so I think a really good thing about what we get to have a conversation about now at these booths and at these events with the contractors is, how do we navigate that? And the emphasis being on we, and we're a very firm believer in trust through transparency and working with our vendor partners and staying abreast of the situation and being being open communication with our contractors so that we're well prepared and they feel that they have a partner in this as we endeavor to, through these challenges for sure. So we're actually very excited about it, despite any potential challenges that seem to be looming out there, because it offers us an opportunity to collaborate with the people that we do business with at a time when it's needed most.
Yeah, you're so right. Times like this, it really opens that well of collaboration and people leaning on one another, and I think that's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, truly does.
It's awesome. Okay, well, Seth, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate having me.
Absolutely, I appreciate you being here. Everyone go to the ABC Supply directory on RoofersCoffeeShop.ca or .com to learn more and see all the different locations they have here in Canada and where you can get products. So, Seth, any last words on just the show and the Canadian market and why y'all are here?
Really, just I think that it's been give or take 20 years, maybe a little bit more since I've been in the industry.
Yeah.
And my excitement level with being a part of these organizations, these associations and trade shows and dealing with the contractors, as big as the industry is, I find it's very small still. It is really like a large family. You can probably sense how excited I am at all times, really just to be a part of it. So, and that resonates across our whole team there. So we're excited about what the future holds, immediate and long term, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you again. And everyone stay tuned. We have more interviews yet to come from the CRE show. Thank you. Thank you. See ya.